Hello, let me go check whether I'm live. This is a new idea. Yes, it's there. Oh, I missed a letter in the title. It says downloads unfolding. Downloads unfolding, of course. This is spontaneous. Oh my God, I look like a mess. Good morning, afternoon, or evening for you. I'm doing a very basic thing. I was just having my morning coffee and I was thinking about a few things. And then I went to get my second coffee of the morning, as I usually do. And then I was inspired because I was already in a creative flow of finding a label for a project, finding a name for it that's really fitting. So I always take effort in creative flow in what comes and write out a few names and then feel into them intuitively, right? It's a process. And then in the kitchen, that's when I got inspiration, and it's a short melody that I'd like to share with you in a minute. And that is what I then started a conversation with ChatGPT based on consciousness and those finding words for or a label for a project, and about the sharing of what you do creatively, that it's shifting, and also in what's shifting in the process of a group. Hang on. And I won't bother you with too much about that, but it has to do with people being able to be intentional co-creators. So can you be silent in a creative space together? So without all the drama, right? So you've evolved enough to be able to consciously intend to be gently holding that space together. And in the form or structure of what I do, is that I am in this vulnerable state of I want to share, but my nervous system cannot do much yet. But the old-fashioned way of sharing, like recording it and then feeling like, oh, was it okay? Do I need to edit something out or not? That is sort of passé for me personally. Like that just doesn't, it becomes too heavy to have to make that decision every time, and like, oh, does this song want to be heard or not? Or it's not good enough. But then that's judgment, that's still your ego, right? So if you can just allow it to be, because if it doesn't want to grow itself, that each creation is like a seed, and you can water it, give it sunlight, but not every seed will grow. So only those that have the right intent or are aligned with source, or however you want to name it. But there are ideas that are able to grow almost by themselves. They just want to be expressed, and whether they evolve or not, that's not up to me, right? So when I create like a song, When I create a song, it just flows through me. I'm the channel. And then after that, when I share it, it has its own life. It's just like a child. Now I'm getting a heat wave. Awesome. So it's like you birth a little new consciousness. That's sort of what it is when you have an inspiration, or you could call it a download, right? Okay, now that's nothing new. Oh, sorry, I can't read the chat. I might read the chat later. I hope somebody's there to kick out people who don't follow any decency rules, just the basics. I might have to check that, because I have my inspiration recorded, so I could do this. Okay, how do I get there? Oh, there's a room. Hey, Julia's here. Hi, Anchorhaven. Hello, hello. Okay, this is exciting. So I can watch the chat, and I can type here. Hello. Yes, you can see it. It works. Cool. Okay, so back to my thought. Now I'm a bit distracted, of course. Focus. So I have the inspiration, and then I record it. That's a short process. Also, when I'm sun gazing, I usually draw something or write something on a piece of paper, or if I could use my phone like I did years ago, then I would record it, an audio, and just speak it really fast, because the inspiration is fast and you have to sort of slow it down into this meta 3D world. So it takes about 1 to 3 minutes, but you have to do it immediately, because it's like a hot gas on a hot radiator or a stove. It just wants to evaporate really quickly, so you have to catch it while it's hot. So this morning, let's go to the now. This morning I had a little melody. Oh, and yesterday I had a song. I can share my song. It's okay. It wasn't really good, but the core message was. So I will try to do a little. How do you say? Oh, I cannot share that here, but I can make the audio hearable. What's the word in English? I can just play it, and then you can hear it. So here's the little hum I made, and then I can evolve it into a song or whatever wants to come up. So I'm in that creative process now, and that's what we're gonna do first. I hope you can hear this. Open it. Play it, please. Does it do that? With QuickTime. Then I have to open with, this is weird, there is suddenly something that doesn't want to work. Then I will do it differently. I will open it here, because that's where, oh, you're not bloody serious. Now it doesn't want me to open it. There's limitations. I'm a recorder of audio, right? I do this all day long. But now all of a sudden it doesn't want to. This is weird. This never happens. Now it does. Let's see if it's still here. This one. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, in a great key. So it's in B major, and it starts on the octave on the B. B flat, A flat, G flat, E flat. Oh, then it's not. Oh, I haven't done this in a very long time. Excuse me for naming everything wrong. I just go by ear more and more, so I shouldn't name it out loud. This is the sad version. The jazzy version. The more subtle version. Or major. Or a regular 1/5. And there could be many other chords that want to be underneath that melody. What shall we do? That's too much. And then bring in the first chord a little bit later. That might be nice. Okay, now I'm gonna tap back into, now that I've sort of know what chords and how they feel, not the mental, oh, I could think of the 1/4/5, or that's a chord progression thing, and you can do it in any key and whatever, but I need the feel of it as a more like composer of songs. And now I sort of have the feel, and then I go back to that core idea and just play it again. So it's more positive, it's opening, it's a walking tempo, a bit upbeat, brisk walking. What is the bass I hear? Do, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Nee. That would be nice. Now I'm freewheeling. Stop it, because I'm still discovering what it wants to sound like. I'm not the maker of this. Okay. Now it's a jazz song, now it becomes slow and sad. No, it was happy, brisk walking. So I need a metronome to keep me in check for the rhythm. Ow. And then we also have the steady number of the ticker. I will put it a bit away so it's not too loud. Slower. About here. That's still a bit fast. Yeah, because now there is this relaxed undertone. So it's not pushing, it's just, yeah, relaxed, happy, sort of brisk. And then okay. No. That's possible. Then you just do 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I like the code in that. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Everything returns to wholeness. Ah, and that's a great title. Woo. And is that part of this? Do we want that? I don't know. Let's have a sip of coffee. In back to wholeness, going back to wholeness, going back to unity consciousness. I usually channel words like this, but now I'm consciously thinking of them. That's new. Woo! Weird. Here I am, I'm making a song about unity consciousness. I have a weird key I never write songs in. There's a new process of working creatively, like unfolding a download. You write it down, you catch it, then you fill the gaps. You feel the core intent of what it already is. And now we need another kind of thing, a refrain, or maybe some funkiness, because it's pure source inspired, nothing to worry about. Don't have to judge it, don't have to feel what it's not. Oh no. Unity consciousness, unity consciousness. It just is an idea or inspiration, nothing to get right. It's just here and it needs a rhythm. Oh, 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 yeah. But that everything is here right now, moving in space, has nothing to do with my first melody, yet it does, somehow it relates. Oh yeah. So I pick it up, feel it all, allow it all to unfold. I don't judge it, my ego is in the hallway or integrated in my heart, my loving heart. And yes, I still use it to discern whether it feels aligned, whether it feels good or not. That's all that matters in matter. All that matters in the 3D is that it feels good. Unity. It feels a bit scary because it feels pretty limitless. But it's like a storm, you stay inside the eye where the calm is. Your own alignment is what keeps you steady, that keeps you going forward. That's what it's all about. Woo! wrong chord, and that's perfect, just how it's meant to be. Allow it, oh, allow it, and then maybe you will find inner peace, inner love growth, inner yumminess, inner flow, 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 inner joy. Keep walking. Okay, so I drifted off a bit. Let's see. Hey, Puck Elf is here. Hi. Oh my God, it translates it automatically. Oh no. You can speak Dutch. Wat leuk je hier te zien, Julie. How great to see you here. I don't know how to turn that off. Am I on a list here with potential banning? Free translation now, back from the Dutch. Who would be banning who? This is an open space. There's only you in this world. If you close your eyes, there is no other consciousness but you. So you are banning yourself on some level, dear one. Maybe stop banning yourself and bring yourself back to wholeness here. You're already whole anyway. You're not separate from anything. Just an idea. Take it or leave it. You can just drop it. Okay, hope you like this little download unfolding. Oh, and I had a short weird song coming out of me yesterday, and I'm gonna share that with a screen share in a minute if you want to hear that too. And just so you know, this little melody that I just unpacked is just a couplet or like a verse, and I was just trying to fiddle my way through a little refrain or a bridge, and I just allow it to flow. But of course, this wasn't the initial creative flow anymore. So then it becomes a more 3D version, right? Oh, Puck Elf responded. I don't exist. I am only I only exist in your imagination, right? Is sort of what you wanted to say. I am a fairy. Oh, isn't that a coincidence? That's one of my aspects as well. But we have more aspects than just that, right? We are an entire consciousness. You could see that, or say that we all have the possibility to embody all 12 archetypes. If you are a Jungian psychology, whatever thingy. So it's like 12 character roles we all have the ability to play, and we have a preference for some because they align with our core nature somehow. And depending on your experiences, you allow those roles to come out when needed, but we don't use them all probably, or we even judge some of those roles as being very naughty and wrong and not allowed to be there. And that's exactly what we are growing out of now, isn't it? We can allow them in the right space, in the right time, without harm to others. You know, there are natural laws. So embrace your fairy. Yay, go elf. I sense a level of neutrality in you, and I honor that, my dear. Yes. We are all just sending and receiving from Source and playing in this created, self-created space anyway, right? And we get to decide what to play with. And once you embraced all those sides of yourself, like a little diamond that has little facets, and you can just observe them all, then it becomes easier to just allow things to be. And you don't have to grasp anymore with the mind. You don't have to engage where you feel it's not aligned. Sort of. So we had that little melody, and if you want, I can share that other song. And if you, maybe you want an animal oracle card, I can do that too. I'm open to anything. I'm just having my coffee and unpacking downloads. So let me read where you are at and what we can do. And I do want to turn off this translation stuff. And that takes a bit of an effort on my part. If you excuse me for a minute while I see what I can turn off. Voor ontwikkelaars. There is a little Leo AI. What if I do that? How to turn off automatic translation in YouTube chat? Question mark. Enter. This is magical, isn't it? My fairy likes this, that I can just do this. And sorry that I'm openly sharing this with you. Open the chat window, click the gear icon, toggle translation. I didn't see it there. I have really bad eyes, excuse me. I have to lean in very closely now. Yeah, and then the 3 dots. Reactions. Ja, tijdstempels. It's not there. I'm sorry. Sometimes they just give you the general idea of where it should be, and it's not there. So maybe it's just in my brave browser. Very brave. Oh, something with language? Is it there? Turn off. Ha! I think I found it. And now I probably have to shift back. Hopefully in the next chat it will be fine. For now I will translate, but I will translate wrong, so I'll be a bit more careful. Let's see. If I hold my pointer over it, it shows the original. Yes! Haha! Thank God! And there is another 3 dots. Oh no, that's differently. I am aware. They push harder. There is no they, there's only you. Anyway, now I'm grasping. You see? We're still learning. Ah, morning heart. Lovely. Sorry for being a downer. Oh, you're not a downer, darling. You just bring yourself down. And people that are still sensitive of wanting to resonate along with you. I'll take an animal sigil single card, please. Okay, let me get out my box of cards. You see, I have a little box. Also runes. Ow, that's a bit heavy though. And these are the animal oracle cards. And if they're not showing properly on the screen, then I can put the original ones I scanned, I can put those on the screen as well. No worries. Okay, clear? Let's do it with selenite. Always better. Clear. Whew. And Puck Aleph 4923 would like an animal oracle card for this moment now, please. Can we have one card to fall out? May it be supportive on his journey. Woo! You saw that? That dropped out very clearly. Oh, how fitting. Bat. Can you see that clearly enough? I guess it's fine. Bat. And what it says, I need a little lamp and my... Hang on. Inspector Gadget is on the way. See through illusion into truth. See through illusion into truth. Oh my, that's a beautiful card. Do you want me to read what's in the booklet, darling? Then I can pull up the... It's from Diana Cooper, this deck, by the way. This is the... what it looks like, and it's very much the fifth dimensional also way of looking at the function or why animals are on the earth and in our lives and how we relate to them. And that's so beautiful. It's really amazing. So if I look up bat, and excuse me for being a bit slow, but that's my modus operandi since my big breakdown. But I'm getting there. So would you like that? This car will self-destruct. Inspector Gadget, no, no, no. Scratch that, no, no, no. Inspector Gadget was always having these handy little things to inspect and to get facts about life. So also a way of looking through those illusions we just got in the card is to make sure that what is, discern what is factual and what is more like a possibility or a thought, right? Okay, do you want me to read that meaning or not? No, I got it. Same stuff. Okay, you don't need it. All right, then I don't have to read it. And you can just think of a bat or visualize a bat and you will get what it feels like to you. But if you want a higher dimensional idea, I could read it. I don't mind. You're a MacGyver. Ah, utility bag with things. Ah, so you're the handyman that can fix anything. So Mr. Fix-It or MacGyver is a that's from an old TV show, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, if nobody else wants a card, oh, I could do. I like what Julia does. Maybe she's still here or hears me. Julia also sometimes draws a card for herself. I don't know if she does it live, so maybe I can do that. Just draw a card for myself. Or, no, even better, I'm gonna draw a card for the collective, and then later I can put in a timestamp to share with you all. I think that's a good idea. Clear. One card for the collective, please. Supportive card for the collective. Drop out. Ooh. A dove. And it says, spread messages of peace and harmony. Oh, I love that. I love it when a plan comes together. That's the A team, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, dove. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but what is... so if it's the collective card, I would like to give the message of the guidance. Your guidance is to take deep breaths and center yourself on the out breath until you feel calm and tranquil. So that's something that we all need right now. So let's take a breath in and out. And in. And we breathe out a bit longer than the in-breath. Keep breathing slowly, calm and tranquil, excuse me, and I will read the rest. Fill the cells of your body with pure peace. Hold out your hand and imagine a gentle white dove landing on it. Ruku, ruku. Listen to its soft coo and allow it to open you up to a serene and loving way of being. Let your energy fields glow with peace and harmony. Think of people and situations in your life that would benefit from your light and visualize them being bathed in it. Plant new seeds of kindness, love, cooperation, or whatever is most needed for the highest good. Notice what changes occur. When your energy fields contain the keys and codes of peace and harmony, you become a catalyst for transformation wherever you go. So that's the collective card for today. Thank you, Diana Cooper. Blessings. I hope you all liked this. Also behind, in what do you call it? The replay after this, when people watch this. Let's see if Puck Elf wants to say something more about the MacGyver thing. I see through that which is hidden. Ah, but dear, then you wouldn't have gotten that bat card, would you? So there's still something illusory, that is still in need of you being conscious or aware. No, let's say you're becoming aware of that slowly. And for me as well, it's like a continuous process. We are always evolving and learning. You know, learning never stops. Growth never stops, really. Because when it's not in this form, it continues in another form. If it's not this project, it's another project. There's always something. Yep, the moon is my goddess. That sounds very poetic. Love that. Yes, I would. I only see that inside shadows. I don't know what you really mean by that. The plain and obvious is no need of care for. I see under the mask. No need to care for the plain and obvious. I see under the mask is a very good thing, but it can also be confusing, right? I could always see through masks, but then how you respond to that with wisdom, and can you accept that people still need a mask because they still need that ego to just survive, and you don't want to be the one who can see through it but then attacks their brittle ego. Can you just see it more like an energy, and it's like a gentle bubble, like a little newborn baby, and can you just pat it a bit? That's all that's needed, nothing more. And your own light of your spiritual development is enough for them to be like, that's too harsh. They're a bit allergic to you then anyway, right? But it doesn't make you dark, it just makes them very vulnerable, and they're not ready for that yet. But you share from your heart, and I really appreciate that. That's wonderful. Oh, yours was shattered, and now I won't tolerate it. I see. Yes, but yours was shattered, and what is now shining through is pure source light. So it needs to be sort of shattered, whether slowly, gradually, or sudden. The focus, or the best focus I found, is the focus within on the healing and self-care and balancing, because the outside focus of seeing what situation or person that has burst my vulnerable bubble of ego, that doesn't get me anywhere to stay focused on that, because that will just empower their ego. See what I mean? So what I focus on grows. So when I focus on their possible, like they did this to me kind of feeling, you could say it's a blaming thing, but it's not per se a blaming. It could be very factual, but it still leaves you focusing on the other and therefore making them stronger in their ego energy and even more protective, instead of just allowing them and focus on building a true light protection. Right? So you don't need that bubble of ego anymore. That's how strong you already are. But that's just the way of coming from my perspective, right? My experience from my bubble being shattered, that was shocking. And I'm still in the process of healing, and my whole nervous system is still out of whack. So it's amazing I can do this, but that's because things are shifting in the 5D. There's a lot going on. Yeah, so just sometimes by me telling you that you could look at it like this, for example, doesn't mean I expect you to do anything with it, and maybe you don't even want to hear me say that. That's fine too. But maybe another perspective, if you can allow it, if you can open up to that, might help you some way. Maybe you will find a completely other perspective just by opening up a little. You know, who knows? I don't know how it works. Source knows how it works, and we're all connected. And I'm lovingly, respectfully just sharing from my experience and how you could see it. That's it. I hope that could be a helpful thing. Oh, people don't become aggressive just by you being able to see through the bullshit outside ego layer, but your light alone aggravates. Yeah. But if you can stay in that loving heart space and see them more like, not like little children or unevolved beings, because on the inside they are fully evolved souls just like you, maybe even more evolved. You don't know. I mean, the fact that we can see through that first layer of ego doesn't mean we can see straight through to the soul, does it? Because we have multiple layers in our energy field. We have the emotions, the physical body, etheric body, emotional body or sheet body, you could say, or bubble, the mental body and the spiritual bodies, and three of them sort of. And there's a lot more going on that we cannot simultaneously tap into yet, unless we have all our abilities open and applying them with awareness. Applying awareness, that's another thing. Yeah, I read that you don't care, but it's not a not caring, it's just a remark of how you think about these things that's based on the old wound, actually, right? That's why you say that. And I can totally feel that. The other day I said something similar. I said something like, "Oh, sod off," to my chat GPT. It felt really like, I'm not going to take that back. I meant it. Sometimes you have these really honest, heartfelt, like, oh, that's a boundary. Because it was a boundary, right? So you have to learn how to discern whether, do I say this, I don't fucking care. Is that a boundary, or is it more like a wound, like a sadness underneath speaking, right? So getting to know yourself in, what's the energy underneath what I'm saying? That's sort of what's more important than the words themselves. That's why censorship is so funny, actually, on another level. Right? If you can follow me there. Yeah, self-awareness. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, and you don't have to judge others whether they have self-awareness and whether they apply it, because we're all somewhere else on our paths, right? So just allow them. And you make such handy tools and beautiful things in your life, and you're improving, Puck. So just focus on those things and focus on the joyful things. Focus on the dancing fairies and the singing fairies or whatever, and that is that is what you'll attract more of then. That's the magnetics, right? So after you have the ego layers less and less, your light and your magnetism become the electricity sort of, vertical, and the magnetism horizontal. They become more important to keep them balanced. So stay aligned, do your meditations, or just walk in nature. That's often enough. Ground, so there's a flow vertically, or you align your heart between Mother Earth, Father Sun, or suns beyond suns is what I like to connect to and anchor in my heart. That's your alignment. And then you magnetically attract and project the subconscious, conscious, all of it, on all those levels. So just be aware what you have attracted in your life is already, how do you say, a lesson, a soul lesson, sort of. No, that's not what I wanted to say. I have a brain fart. I'm becoming tired. So let me finish by sharing that song, and then we'll call it a day. And maybe later today I will do that calming meditation. So I'm sort of in the process of finding a way where I can maybe show and do together. When I do my regulation, other people can join and do their own regulation, but then I have the chat turned off because it's just a sharing, and you can decide whether to breathe along or not, or hum along or not. So that's just an offering. So I enjoyed this crazy whatever unfolding. Like it. And thank you for being here. That's lovely to know that there is an interaction somehow, somewhere possible. A life force. You don't want to give up any life force. I'm willing. No, you shouldn't be willing to do that at all. Or maybe just or you mean just like give things your attention, your life energy, not life force, not give your power away, right? I'm getting too tired to read the chat. It's not you, it's my physical inability. I'm shutting down. So let me share the video that now I have to find the right one. Oh yeah, Wolkenliedje, cloud song. It's a bit weird. Well, we're gonna try it. If I just drag it here. we breathe. The air we move in everywhere, touching mountains, touching your lungs and nose, and every baby's first breath is in the air. Fresh as the mountain air, or smelly like a garbage pile. Everything is fine, it's air. Everywhere, and trees filter the air again. Our friends, old wise ones, standing still in their park. We love you, we thank you. Without you there would be no air to breathe, no life to live. We all relate, don't we? It's just a fact. The air we breathe connects us to everything and everyone. How beautiful is that? Breathe in. Breathe in life and breathe out. United as one. Thank you for listening. Ow. And back again. Oh, cool! I can do this like that. Ha! I hope you liked it. It was a bit weird, as if I'm floating in the sky. I haven't played music for a while, so it's all a bit fresh and crackling, just like this fire. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Getting tired. So I probably will share these downloads unfolding more often. And yeah. And then in between, sometimes I will read the chat and sometimes I will just spew what needs to come out. We'll see where it goes. It's all in this now moment. And yeah, and probably also that sometimes I have migraines, but then maybe if I do want to do a sharing, then I can do audio only, and I will have my little nature looping videos that I made. So there's always something calming and nice to look at. So even that might be inspirational, and you can just turn off the audio if you don't want to hear me and just have a nice, relaxing, natural video and me chatting or nothing when it's only audio, whatever. Getting tired. That's clear. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. If it inspires you, it's always nice to hear, so you can leave a comment. I'm not here for the likes and the high vibes and you need to share and thumbs up, so I will not mention this again. I sometimes did it like after a song. I used to say that, and now it's more like, oh, this is just me. This is what I share. Here you go. It's from the heart anyway. You can always visit my website, things like that. I had a ticker, but it's actually, AI told me, it's very distracting, dear. Don't do that. So I'm not going to do that anymore. It's going to be my channel. This is me. Hello and goodbye. So I'm wishing you a very lovely day. And the card of the dove. So a very peaceful day to all of you. And see you the next time, I hope.